What's good, YouTube? Today I'm gonna be reacting to TikToks, conspiracy theory TikToks. I don't know how people do it, so I just went on TikTok and then put in the hashtag conspiracy theories and shit, and I'm just gonna just scroll it down from the screen like that, cause I don't know how people be making them TikTok reaction videos. So this is the way I'm gonna do it from TikTok itself and just capture the screen. So hey, we just gonna jump straight into it. And some of them might be old, some of them might be new. I'm just scrolling down, and they gonna go. They gonna they just gonna come as they go. Because I don't know how people get exactly the ones they want or react to it. I don't know if they search it on YouTube and then react. I don't know how they do it. So I'm just on TikTok and I'm gonna just scroll down from the videos pretty much. But let's get.
There's a conspiracy theory that claims that we're already dead, and the evidence comes from science. There are two things that are documented to happen when someone clinically dies. The first is that your entire life will flash before your eyes, and the second is that your brain keeps working 7 minutes after your body is gone. And we've literally recorded the brain still firing after death, actively creating memories. So for 7 minutes, we're in this dreamlike state where we're reliving our entire life. And according to this guy you may have heard of, Albert Einstein, time is relative. But what does that actually mean? This is suggesting that 7 minutes in the real world could feel like 100 years in the dream state. Kind of like when you fall asleep, you dream an entire movie, then wake up 5 minutes later. Now here's where it gets weird. Some people believe that we all died in 2012. That's when the Mayan calendar predicted the end of the world. And remember, this is all just for fun. This is just a conspiracy theory. This theory suggests that instead of an apocalypse, we collectively slipped into this 7-minute brain echo. And this right here, right now, is our dream. This is us reliving our memories. And little time glitches, little weird things like the Mandela effects, or like deja vu, or feeling like the world is off, those are just cracks in the memory trying to keep itself stitched together. So this theory is saying that that would mean that the world did end and we just haven't accepted it yet. Do you think we're 7 minutes into the afterlife? You can come over here for longer freaky videos. There's a conspiracy.
I kind of believe that. And that Jesus did in the Bible, it said, let the dead bury the dead, right? How is the dead gonna bury the dead? I mean, we already gotta be dead to bury the dead. So, I believe that.
Pushing it from the inside. That's not how a bullet enters the body. That's how a squib goes off. But it isn't just the shirt. Watch the guards. Their movements look off. Instead of pure chaos, they're signaling. Gestures that look rehearsed, like everyone knew what came next. Some analysts even claim you can spot a man on Kirk's right side holding a small device in his hand. Too small to be a gun, maybe, but big enough to be a remote trigger. Why would someone need a trigger? Because if a squib was planted under Kirk's shirt, someone had to set it off at the exact moment. And the timing here looks almost perfect. Too perfect. Then comes the aftermath. Instead of medics swarming the scene, the reaction feels strangely subdued. Guards focus more on controlling the crowd than saving a life. In the days that follow, the coffin videos feel rushed, pushing it from the inside. That's not.
Now, if you watch that video, I think that's the closest we got of like the actual of him actually getting shots. This is the closest close-up video we got. So let's watch it one more time.
Not how a bullet enters the body. That's how a squib goes off.
Now, okay, so the way he just jerked and fell over like that, if y'all been watching how people been passing out from that COVID shot, that's literally how people been passing out. If you go search, like when people was just like random football player, random entertainment industry people would just be falling out of nowhere, the ones who got the vaccine, the shot, right? That's literally how they be falling over, just like they got it. like they got tased or some shit, like, and then just fall over. Like, I don't. That's what that looked like to me. Let's watch it one more time. Let's watch it one more time.
That's not how a bullet enters the body. That's how a squib goes off. But it isn't just the
And look, it looked like it was still like jerking and moving on the floor a little bit. If you ask me, that's not what it looked like when somebody gets shot in the neck. So, yeah, that was definitely fake. That was a squib.
This is scary. You've all heard about the firmament theory. Well, if you haven't, stick around because there's footage. It's a theory that space is fake and no humans can actually leave the atmosphere. In the clip I'm about to show, a plane actually hits the firmament and crashes. Watch the clip. You see the side-by-side comparison with the water on the left side of the screen. It's a model plane to show the difference. You notice how the splash of the model plane in the water is very, very similar to how the plane exploded when it touched what we assume is the firmament. It's like an imaginary barrier that you can't cross, like something more powerful rejecting humans. I think it's interesting, but I also think it's very strange. I am currently live streaming these conspiracies. If you want to watch, press my profile.
Okay, so if y'all know about Operation Fishbowl, that's literally what that is. I think they just, the moon had landed was a hoax anyway, that was fake. But I literally think that's literally all it is, Operation Fishbowl. When they was sending rockets up and trying to break the firmament and shit. When Hillary Clinton was talking about, we're going to shatter that glass dome. One of her speeches, go search that. Hillary Clinton shattered the glass dome, something like that. She said we're going to shatter the glass dome. She was trying to say it as like a uplifting thing, but little did people know she was talking about the firmament. So yeah, that makes sense.
Director of the FBI, Kash Patel, is doing something we've never seen before. He's further investigating what people would call conspiracy theories. So even he is saying there's more to the story and there may be a cover-up.
Breaking news tonight, the FBI says the Charlie Kirk conspiracy theories are legit. That's the first time we've ever heard that from the government. Think about it. JFK, UFOs, it goes on and on and on. But tonight, Kash Patel says he is actually investigating the many conspiracy theories surrounding the murder of Charlie Kirk. Listen.
FBI Director Patel now investigating conspiracy theories about Charlie Kirk's murder. Patel was able to dismiss a theory a pilot was involved because they turned off their transponder moments after the shooting.
I don't think Kash Patel is doing no investigations on it. If Kash Patel is that dude, that one dude that's up there at the top of the video right now, he ain't doing it. If you watch one of his interviews, not interviews, but one of his public speeches, he was standing in the back looking like, yeah, that nigga got what he deserved. Go watch one of Kash Patel's public speeches, or go search Didi Got a Podcast. Shout out to Didi Got a Podcast. Go search him and watch the video on Kash Patel and the Charlie Kirk situation, and he'll break it down. Yeah, I don't think she looked like she was agent, like they sent her to tell people that, and so they can make it look like they doing something, but they not really doing nothing. Bro. They was in on it. Kash Patel was most likely in on it.
Credible. They include theories about accomplices, authenticity of the text conversation between Robinson and his roommate, the bullet's trajectory, and even why Kirk, who normally wears black, was clad in white that day.
You know, I've never heard the government even acknowledge conspiracy theories, much less state that they will be investigated. With me, an all-star panel to make sense of what we are learning tonight in the Charlie Kirk shooting. Straight out to Victoria Churchill joining us from Washington, U.S. political reporter, DailyMail.com. Victoria, what is Patel saying?
I think Director Patel is saying that he wants to explore every.
Listen, if it's on the news, 9 times out of 10, it is not real. It is not real. 9 times out of 10, it is on the news. It looked like it was on the news. It's not real.
To explore everything and anything connected to this, but this should come as no surprise because Patel considered Kirk a close friend, a ally.
And if it is real, it's because they putting it on the news to make it seem bigger than what it actually is. If it is real, but I don't think they're doing no investigations. This whole Charlie Kirk thing is really a whole hoax, and I can't wait till if industry hopes to do a video on this because he's gonna break it down. If it is a hoax, if he really did get shot and Cash Patel is in on it, it's still all insider shit. That's really what it is. What it boiled down to is insider shit.
Friend, a ally.
And Charlie Kirk got smoked because he was figuring out where the money was. He was starting to ask questions about where his money was coming from and shit like that. He was starting to ask some questions he shouldn't have been asking, so that's why he got knocked out.
Friend, a ally in the MAGA movement and the greater conservative movement. But I also do want to point out that Director Patel and the FBI as a whole maybe have not necessarily been at the forefront of this investigation despite what they have said. Because, of course, Robinson was turned in by his own father. There was, I believe...
Hold on, little lady. Whoa. They had the suspect in custody within 33 hours. Take a look at your crime.
Within 33 hours. My cousin out there, we custody you within 33 hours. Yeah, right.
Happens. So, a lot was made, Victoria Churchill.
Y'all know about the number 33. We ain't even got to speak on that, but of course it would have been within 33 hours.
I mean, I did it. Of course they arrested him. He was cleared, then another. So explain to me your reasoning.
So the first individual is somebody who I have heard from people that have actually been active in Utah politics, conservative politics in particular in Utah, that this is somebody that is a known agitator. And so I think there was no surprise that he was there.
Guys, this is also something I've never seen before.
And that shit is cap, because why would he smoke them and then go to a damn food place and get food? All he did was change, his shirt or something like that, he said. Then he sent messages, supposedly, I always sent by Cash Patel or some shit. You shit all the hosts, bro. It's all fake.
Who's been looking into this? Shout out to everybody who realized that something was off. And shout out to everybody who's been praying for light to come out, for truth to come out. I truly believe it's because many prayers that truth is going to come out. And may true justice be served. Amen. Director of the FBI.
And also, the truth is starting to be coming out more because more people waking up. The more people wake up, the more truth that'll come out. Because we all one collective thinking. We all one collective mind. So that's why you can get thoughts next to the person. You can kind of read the person's mind next to you sometimes. Y'all might end up saying the same thing at the same time. All collective thoughts are usually just floating in the ether. And your brain is an antenna that pick it up like a radio station.
FBI Cash Patel is doing something we've never seen before. He's further investigating what people would call conspiracy theories. So even he is saying there's more to the story.
I just seen a video of a woman saying, what if slavery was a part of one big 400+ year contract, and that the Africans and the slaves were literally just the sacrifices that they needed, that the founding fathers basically went to a deity and they needed Black Africans to basically be the sacrifice. And I have never been more intrigued in something. Nothing has made more sense to me than that video, and I most definitely will be tagging this creator below because she is amazing. But yeah, she said she feels like slavery was a part of this contract. Like I said, 400+ year contract. And if you think about it, it just makes so much sense. And it was almost in a way like they were harvesting our energy. They needed our blood. They needed our fear to fuel them and make them be on top. And then I seen a lot of people go into details about how, like, they always want to call Haiti so evil, demonic, because they do voodoo and practice all these different dark magic. But that's because Haiti was the only place that actually still had their freedom, and they used their magic, their spirituality to win. Like, these people were literally using their magic and their spirituality to win. These French people was basically like melting. They were having these people teeth fall out. It was crazy. They were bringing them back up and making them shoot each other. Like, it was crazy. But that's why they try to demonize Haiti so bad, because they used their magic. But all along, they've been using magic. And it just gets deeper and deeper if you really do think about it. I seen someone in the comments mention how Oscarville, which was where Lake Lanier was, it used to be a black, predominantly black, thriving community that had racetracks, everything. Everybody was business owners, and what do? They go over there and make it into a lake. And it's like now.
Okay, I didn't know that about Lake Lanier, but what I didn't know was that it was thriving like that. I thought it was just a black, neighborhood, a black community, you feel me? A black town. But I didn't know that was thriving like that. Of course, they would go wipe them out like that, put that lake
and make it into a lake. And it's like now the veil is so thin now because that contract is up and they're trying to do everything.
Just like Black Wall Street. And
they're trying to do everything to take us back to where they were so they can still dominate. And it's like, look at the people that they took on the transatlantic slave trade. The people that was more in touch with their ancestors, their spirituality. They took us, like even the Native Americans, if you think about it like that. Then I seen another video of a woman that did a take on this as well. And she was like, just think of the rise of how America came up so fast, even though there was other nations that been here long, long before America that literally was nowhere near at how fast America grew. All because of this contract.
And that makes sense. That makes sense. America, listen, like I said in the last video, my nigga, construction nowadays takes so long, but we supposed to be advanced. Like I said, that bridge from, that highway from Oklahoma to Arkansas, bro, they've been working on, they probably still working on that. They've been working on that for, nigga, 5+ years, bro. No bullshit. They was working on that stretch for 5+ years and probably still working on it. So if it take them that long to build even just regular buildings nowadays, how is they gonna build whole highway structures, bridges, and everything throughout the world within that little bit of years? Them little bit of years, 400+ years. From 18 or 17 something, 16 something to now. And they can barely get construction done within a couple years on highways now. Sometimes. That don't make sense. It don't make sense.
Not for long. But it just makes so much sense why the U.S. was just ahead of everything. Like they've been in cahoots with so many more higher ups forever. All for power. But like I said, I'm going to tag this creator down below because that was so, like nothing never made so much sense to me in my life. This is all fun theories and just thoughts. This is not something literal, but it's just a fruit for thought because I never thought about it like that, but it makes so much sense. Let me know what y'all think in the comments.
It really do. And also, because, back in Noah days and all that, and before that, them lands over there, Israel, Iraq, China, all that shit, Africa, over there, Europe, them places was so everybody was, even America was here around that time, but we was doing our own thing. Over there, they was having wars and fighting and shit. So they ended up deciding to come to the New World, supposedly. New World, quote unquote, Turtle Island, America. And, come bring their businesses, they stuff, and bring it over here so they can pretty much set up shop. and make this their new land, their new world. That's pretty much, in the short form, what happened, pretty much.
Everyone is asking what really happened to Charlie Kirk. The official story has so many holes, and Candace Owens has attempted to fill them in, but the problem is not everybody has 10, 15 hours to watch all of her videos. So guess what? I did that for you. Let me tell you, the amount of information was staggering. From secret donor meetings to multi-million-dollar pay.
Now listen. Shout out Candace Owens, but she a CIA operative too. She part of it. Because if you realize, all she talking about is Charlie Kirk and like, you know what I'm saying, she trying to expose that. Not really. Because if she really was, where's the video on Erica Kirk? She still ain't made a video on her. Supposedly that was cool or something like that. But she still ain't made a video on her. So, yeah, I don't think she really trying to expose what happened. She just CIA out y'all play. Like, they sent her to expose a few little information. She only exposing what they let her expose, not everything. Because if she was to expose everything, which I'm pretty sure she knows a lot more than what she's saying, then yeah, it would be a problem. But since because people who expose stuff like that, they get blackballed out of the industry sometimes. You're not gonna really get killed. You might just get blackballed out of the industry. You ain't gonna make no more money until you decide to cooperate with them and follow their agenda and push their agendas and shit. So she's still following and pushing it. Or no, they got people they send people for the other side to make them seem like they against them, when behind closed doors they still really with them. But on camera they try to act like they exposing stuff, but they're really exposing what they can expose. Stuff that you can already go search on your own self for the most part.
From secret donor meetings to multi-million-dollar payoffs, to professional hitmen and framed patsies, and a coordinated cover-up that goes to the highest levels. In this video, we'll be talking about Layer 1, the motive. To understand why Charlie was shot, we have to delve into what was happening in the final weeks of his life. This was not a random act of violence, this was a targeted elimination of Charlie. Now, Candace Owens' investigation points to 3 main motives. Motive 1, the financial threat, the audit, and donor revolt. Charlie was beginning to follow his money, and when he did that, it terrified the people who thought they were controlling him. On September 2nd, 2025, Charlie set up an entire memo to all of the TPUSA staff. It was titled A New Chapter of Efficiency and Impact. In it, he announced a new organizational-wide initiative modeled after Elon Musk's Doge efficiency teams at Twitter. His goal was to find and cut waste, to make TPUSA leaner and more effective. To do this, he empowered a new chief operating officer, a man named Justin Strife. Now, Strife's mandate was to conduct a deep forensic audit to find out where Turning Point's money was really going and where it was really coming from. Charlie reportedly told close business associates. Now, Charlie reportedly told close associates that the organization was burning through cash too quickly, and that the excuses he was given didn't add up. He suspected that contractors were being paid from both sides, effectively making...
Well, I tell you started questioning the money. You started questioning about what the money was, where it was coming from, where it was, and stuff like that. So,
from both sides, effectively making them double agents. This audit wasn't just about saving money. It was about to expose a network of financial corruption and potential blackmail within his own organization. At the same time, Charlie's shifting public stance was causing a revolt amongst his biggest donors. Bill Ackman, the billionaire hedge fund manager, was at the forefront of this. According to Candace, Ackman and other donors were furious that Charlie was platforming voices like Tucker Carlson and David Smith, who were openly critical about certain foreign policy agendas. The pressure was not just a complaint, it was financial blackmail. Candace states that Charlie confirmed to her that just 2 days before his death, he lost a $2 million donation because he refused to uninvite Tucker Carlson to a Turning Point event. The audit didn't just threaten to expose wasteful spending, but the very mechanism of donor control over the conservative movement. Now, motive 2, the ideological threat. This is the part that involves the Hampton intervention. Now, at a retreat in the Hamptons, Bill Ackman, Seth Dillon, and Josh Hammer were present among others. Now, the atmosphere was not friendly there. It was extremely confrontational. Charlie was being told to get back in line. The message was clear: stop platforming critics, stop asking questions, and stick to the approved scripts. Now, at the peak of this pressure, Benjamin Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel, was patched into the meeting through a phone. He personally invited Charlie to go visit Israel. Now, Candace is adamant that this was not a friendly gesture. She described it as a laced threat, a final offer for a kind of re-education. It was an ultimatum: come to Israel, be seen with us, realign your message, and all will be forgiven. Refuse, and face the consequences. Now, during this meeting, Charlie was offered about $150 million. Now, we all know Charlie. He refused to be bought. That leads to the third motive: silence.
He explained it. He just explained it, literally. I told y'all it was because he started questioning money. He eventually said that, and then see, like I said, they don't care that you expose the truth if you still pushing that agenda. Because then you gonna look like a hypocrite. You talking about it, but then still doing the shit. You know what I'm saying? Still pushing that agenda. So it's gonna make you look like a hypocrite and make you look like you're crazy. But if you talking about them and exposing financial shit, exposing like real shit, and not pushing their agenda, that's when your ass is in trouble. And they gonna smoke you. But they ain't gonna smoke you.
What if I told you?
Just for talking about just for exposing some shit. Unless you expose like some real shit. But if it's already on the internet though, like, like if you gotta do some research to kind of find it though, but it's on there, yeah, they.
What if I told you the reason you feel temptations for certain things and certain sins is very specific to what you're supposed to do?
Before continuing, I wanted to warn you guys their phones were being spied on. Click on this icon, then more. If you see it, delete it immediately.
So if you have the urge to smoke or damage your lungs, it's because your voice was made to worship.
Oh my God. Okay, so hey, I'm glad that was the first one. Cause I always felt like it. That's why I started rap. But then I quit rap once I figured out what was for real going on. And well, I was still doing it. But now like that I for real, like I'm like my spirit is for real. Well, yeah, I'm done with that shit. I ain't doing it. That's why I'm doing it. But bro, I always felt like my voice was to be heard. I always felt like my voice was to be heard. He just said smoking. Hold on, let's run this back. He said, whatever you do, whatever your sin is what you supposed, was what you really, so smoking. Nigga, I smoke like a train, bro. I smoke like a train, bro. And I felt like, see, hey, let's run that back one more time. Let's run that back. And let's listen to what he said.
Reason you feel temptations for certain things and certain sins is very specific to what you're supposed to do.
Before continuing, I wanted to warn you guys their phones were being spied on. Click on this icon, then more. If you see it, delete it immediately.
So if you have the urge to smoke or damage your lungs, it's because your voice was made to worship. The enemy's.
But I mean, weed don't damage your lungs though. I don't smoke cigarettes, so weed don't really damage your lungs. But eventually, I mean, I guess anything, because any type of smoke is bad for your lungs. So, dang, that's crazy. Let's go.
Trying to silence you, that was meant to praise. If you have crippling self-doubt or insecurity, it's because you're meant to lead and inspire. If you weren't dangerous to darkness, it wouldn't try to mute your confidence. If you have constant distraction, and procrastination is because you carry strategy, vision, and ideas from heaven. The enemy delays you because he can't stop you, only you can. Now, this one's gonna hit a lot of people. Okay. If you have an addiction to lust or pornography, it's because you carry a deep capacity for intimacy, covenant, and healing. Perverting love is how Satan prevents true restoration.
That's true.
Crazy. If you have fear of rejection or abandonment, it's because you carry a spirit of belonging and reconciliation. You were made to gather the outcasts, so he tries to make you feel like one.
Damn.
You have an obsession with appearance or body image. It's because you're meant to reflect God's glory, not the world's standards. So he's gonna try to get you to hate your image.
Damn.
Bar.
Okay, I felt every one besides that one. Well, when I was younger, but now I don't. Yeah, but no, I still feel some of them. Hey, bro, that's crazy. That's how you know everything is spiritual. They an attack of your spiritual. They don't. It's not physical no more. It's not wars and battles like that no more. Like Sparta back then in the Roman time. It's now physical. They attacking the physical. I mean, not the physical, the spiritual. They attacking the spiritual now. It's not physical. They attacking the spiritual, your mind, the mental.
Bars though. If you're drawn to witchcraft, astrology, or manifestation, it's because you have a prophetic gift meant for God's kingdom. The enemy counterfeits your gift to keep you out of alignment. If you struggle with overspending or greed, it's because you're meant to be a kingdom financer. So he wants to keep you broke so he can never bless others.
Follow for more Hoop conspiracy theories.
What if I told you?
Now that right there, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. He just explained it, but I can tell you now, I felt that. That's crazy. That's crazy.
God keeps telling me that there is a mass deception coming and that I cannot make enough videos about it. So that's what I'm going to keep doing. Because he just now told me the exact same thing while I was looking at the sky again. And I said, haven't I made enough videos about it? He told me you can't make enough videos. Now I'm going to show y'all a video I took earlier of the sky and all this white stuff that I've been seeing in it. And these are not clouds. This is some kind of a white film that they keep putting in front of the sun. I know people have all kinds of different speculations on what they might think it is and why they think they're doing it. But God keeps telling me it's much deeper than their conspiracies, their speculations. I asked him one day while I was driving up the road, I said, what is that white stuff? Like, why is it there? Why is there nothing but a solid white film in the sky? Because it was weird. This is not the sky that I grew up seeing.
I see that all the time.
I grew up, I would see a cloud and behind the cloud would be a blue sky. Now I'm seeing a cloud and behind that cloud is a white sky. So I wanted to know why. I heard God say, what do you project images onto? And I said, we usually project images onto something white, a white wall, a white ceiling, or a white background of some sort. He told me there's your answer, and I didn't understand a word of what he just now said. So I started doing some research and looking into, is it even possible for them to project anything like that into the sky? I found out that not only is it possible, but they already have everything ready to be able to do things like that. I'll show y'all a video. This is the dome in Las Vegas, but it's the same concept when you really know what the earth is shaped like. Book of Job tells us that the earth takes shape like clay under a seal. We have
Okay, so before he is he gonna show? Okay, yeah, before he show it. Yes, that is Project Bluebeam is real, bro. They in the end times, quote unquote, is going to make it seem like it's gonna be pretty much Jesus coming back. They're gonna do it and make you try and follow them so they can lead you somewhere and you know what I'm saying, to destruction pretty much. Lead you and knock you off somewhere. That's pretty much what Project Bluebeam is. They gonna fake a antichrist is gonna come, and yeah, pretty much they gonna make you they gonna get you to try to follow and worship the antichrist, pretty much.
Picture a gigantic snow globe, and that's what we are. If they can do this in the dome in Las Vegas, then they can do this in our dome. I'm getting the feeling from him that this is how they're going to try to bring this Antichrist about. Whether they try to make it look like an alien invasion, him descending from the sky, or both, I don't know. But he keeps telling me to tell my people to be prepared for a deception that like they've never seen before. Something is coming. Something big is coming, and I think we all can feel it.
Look, he said it. He said it. They gonna fake. Now, what's cool is, though, I ain't never seen, because I ain't never even been to Las Vegas. So I've always seen like the outside of the dome. I've never seen the inside of the dome. That shit was pretty cool. But nigga, that shit ain't gonna be cool when they get to doing that shit out here in the real world. Nigga, you gonna think something out there, motherfucker. The aliens coming, motherfucker. That's why they be doing this whole, that's why they trying to say this alien shit. They've been exposing for the last couple of years that aliens is real. They've been talking more about it. Because this is why they gonna do some shit like that. That's exactly why.
You know the Mars theory?
That there's aliens on Mars?
Nah, there's a theory that Mars was the original planet that humans were from.
Okay.
Then something happened that we all had to fly to another planet and live on. There used to be like civilization that lived on Mars. Now back this. On Mars, there's an element on the periodic table called xenon. Xenon on Earth is only found, this is crazy, is only found after a nuclear explosion.
No.
Oh shit, that's not even the super mode button.
I said no. What the hell?
And it goes hand in hand now. What if on Mars there was a nuclear warfare, destroyed the whole planet, but people were able to escape just in time, landed on Earth, and they had to restart from nothing.
So we are the aliens.
We're the aliens.
What the hell?
It's real shit. Like this element's called xenon. It's prominent after a nuclear explosion. You know the Mars.
Okay, so now this is just theory. I don't know. This is just theory. So don't quote me on this. But supposedly, Jesus is not coming back. Everybody's waiting for him to come back. Okay, so we gotta go back to this. They switched the Bible. Okay, I'm done with the video now, but I'm gonna break this down and then I'm in the video. Okay, so they pretty much switched up the Bible. Okay, and they added some shit, took out some shit. They just plagiarized the Bible. However you say that shit. So with that Project Bluebeam shit, and you seen how they just did that in the dome, right? Okay, so that's pretty much how they finna fake the aliens or the Antichrist, or like dude said in that last video, like I said before him, like I just said before him, they finna fake. Y'all better get ready, man, because it's some crazy shit coming. The dollar didn't collapse. It's been collapsed. It's not even backed by gold no more. It's been collapsed. But it's really not shit no more. It's like 18 maybe to 30 cents. Dollar ain't even a whole dollar no more. You feel me? So yeah, the world getting crazy. They bringing in the digital ID shit. I mean, hey, if y'all want me to react to some videos that I was watching like years ago about this shit, because I'm telling you, I've been watching videos on this shit. I've been at it. You feel me? I watch, because I ain't getting tricked. You feel me? I ain't getting played. So, yeah. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one, man. For sure.